The wealth attraction. Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to the chef's table. It is a lovely 5:30ish, 7 around here in in Phoenix. Why did I say California? I have no idea where I'm at. So today we want to talk about the wealth attraction. I had the privilege of being trained by James Melichek this week and sitting down with him, and for about 45 minutes he shared with me some of the best tips that you can have for building your business. And the number one thing, it literally is like the first thing in my notes when we sat down and talked, was something called the wealth attraction, right? And he said, first off, it's being aware of what you say, how you say it, and being aware of the conversations you're having with people. So, wealth attraction, first off, is an awareness of self, right? An awareness of what you can do, what you can't do, what you do know, what you don't know that you don't. Well, not necessarily you don't know, but there is a sense of understanding and just being aware of who you are. And one of the big takeaways when we sat down and had this conversation, right, with us, he said, if you really want to attract wealth into your life, if you really want to attract the type of wealth that you want in your life, he says the first thing you have to do is stop trying to figure it out on your own. Stop being the lone silo in your business, trying to figure out how to build your business. It's so true because there is a moment, right, when, so I'm just going to put it this way. I was at a time in my life when I had read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And after I read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, I realized that the people that I was surrounded by, my family and my friends, weren't somebody that necessarily at the time were going to help me build a wealth. Like, they didn't understand it. I was trying to figure this out on my own. I was like, how do you build wealth, right? Where can I find people that have the same mindset as I did? So one of the things is I started looking online, and I knew that there was this game called Cash Flow that the Robert Kiyosaki company had built, right? And it was a game to teach you financial awareness. And I was like, who am I going to play this game with? I'm looking around me and I'm like, there's nobody that I know in my immediate circle that would play this game with me. And so what I was looking at is like, okay, well, where can I find people like this? Where can I find these people? So I went looking and I found a free group builder thing at the time. It's now paid for, but it was called Meetup, and I could put together a group of people around a similar like-minded idea. And I thought to myself, okay, how do I do this? So I put together a group for a game called Cash Flow, and I didn't know who was going to show up, and I didn't know if they were going to know anything more than me. And I was just like bound and determined to find people that were like-minded. So I hosted this cash flow game on I think it was like a Friday evening or something like that. It was crazy. And we were doing it at a Denny's. So I made a deal with Denny's. We went to the back table. As long as we ordered food, we were okay to do it there. And for anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, we would play this game called Cash Flow. And over the weeks that we started to play this, and I think we played it every 2 weeks, right? Because I was like, I just want to find people that want to learn how to build wealth. I'm like, if I don't know them personally, let's go out and seek them, or at least put out something that would have them come and, be drawn to me. And so I met some extraordinary people that to this day, that cash flow game that I did, I think about almost 10 years ago, when we created that, those people that I met there are still people that I'm surrounded by today. And these were people that went into real estate investing. They went into building their own business. Actually, I went into building into my restaurant business with one of them because of their expertise and what we were talking about during this cash flow game, right? So I was like, this is incredible. Like, who else can I find that's inside of this world that can help me get to where I need to go faster, right? Because we talked about strategies, we talked about tactics, we talked about different ways to start building, and I started getting an understanding that real estate investing wasn't where I needed to be yet. See, I would not have known that trying to figure it out on my own. But having sat for months with this group of individuals talking about real estate, talking about investing, watching them put things into practice, right? I was like, that's the wealth attraction piece. When you stop trying to figure it out on your own and you start working with other people, you start masterminding. See, there is a true power in mastermind groups. And I've always said this, right? When you work with more than one person, you actually create an energy about solving what it is for your business. You actually get more ideas, you get more education, you start thinking outside the box, honestly. And so when I was listening to James and we were sitting down talking about this, he goes, not only do you need to, for a wealth attraction, need to stop doing it of figuring it out on your own. He says, go find the people that are going to do that and invest in them. How much are you willing to invest in somebody to learn the skill that you need to quickly grow your business? How much are you willing to invest in yourself personally to get the personal growth, become aware of what you're doing, right? So part of our wealth building or the attraction of wealth is knowing that we don't have to do it alone and looking at investing, right? Not saying paid, oh, I paid $10,000 for this. Oh, I paid X amount of dollars for everything else. Because when we say we paid for something, right? Oh, I paid $10,000 for mentorship. It almost has this like, I can feel it when I say that actually now that I'm aware of this word, how a negative effect that this has on my life. But when I start saying to myself, I just invested $500 to get a new piece of software. I just invested, $1,000 into coaching to learn this thing for my business. I just invested $3,000 in my website so that I could have somebody get it up and running so I didn't have to spend the time trying to figure it out on my own. Because when you try to figure it out on your own, it actually costs you more. It's the most expensive commodity we have in terms of building wealth, right? So it's like, how much are you going to invest? And I love that word. So I challenge you to start using the word invest as a business owner when you look at what you have to do to move your business forward, right? So stop trying to figure it out on your own. Invest in other people, invest in yourself for what you're learning and how to build and grow your business. I'm reading my notes, by the way, just to kind of share you. He said, learning is always ongoing. He says, you'll never stop learning. You'll always want to be learning from others. You always want to have a coach. You always want to be, um, you know, investing in other people for their expertise and mentorship. And he brought up something that was, and I don't know why my jaw dropped on the ground, but it did. He had an opportunity to interview. Um, oh my goodness, why am I blanking on his name? Anthony Hopkins. Thank you. I have my good friend in the back helping me out on that one. So Anthony Hopkins, he was sitting down and he was interviewing him on stage in front of a group of people, and he's like, and James goes, I asked the dumbest question you can possibly answer. He's like, I felt so stupid asking it after I asked it, right? And I was like, okay, what did he ask Anthony Hopkins? That was so like stupid question. And he goes, Anthony, you've been acting for 40 years. You're an Academy Award winner. You are this incredible actor. He's like, you don't have a coach or anything like that, right? Like, if anything. And I'm probably thinking what he would be thinking. Like, you're probably coaching other people, right? And Anthony Hopkins goes, he's like, no, I don't have a coach. I have 7 coaches. And then he lists out the different types of coaches he has for the different types of acting skill that he would need in different forms, whether he's on a live stage, whether he's in a sound stage. He says acting requires different types of skills. And he's like, and I'm always looking to refine those skills. And I thought, now my jaw kind of hit the ground. I'm like, seven coaches for acting. But this is the truth, right? Is that we always need somebody that we're reaching up for, that we're surrounded by mentors that pull us up. And so it's the 3 things that I really pulled out from our conversation around attracting wealth, right? And again, I'm just going to repeat this. This is don't do it alone. I mean, that is the crazy thing is don't do it alone. Always be investing. Invest in others for speed. Invest in others so that you don't waste the time trying to figure out what you don't know, and invest in others to teach you that. Get the skills. Pay for the skills to learn what you need. Stop the freebie mindset, because that will take you even longer. Be willing to invest in the best person. If you want something, go find the person that has done what you want. Go invest in them, invest in their knowledge, invest in it. Because here's the thing, and I love that James said this. He says, once you get knowledge, you never lose it. You never lose that knowledge, right? So investing to get that knowledge is a super powerful thing, and it's always going to pay out 10, 20, 30, 100 times more than what you invest, because what you do with that knowledge, if it's something that's going to help you build your business, can take you to the next level. And I thought that was brilliant, right? So he says, be willing to invest and always be learning, always be reaching up and having a coach, get access to communities and people and entrepreneurs that can move you forward. This is the power of masterminds. This is the power of entrepreneurial communities. And I always said to myself, wow, I was like, this is exactly what we need. So if you want to learn more, I'm going to make you a special offer here right now, right? And I've been talking about this for those who've been following me, but here's the thing. If you want to attract wealth into your life, being surrounded by entrepreneurs that pull you forward, that question what you're doing, that give you guidance and support. I'm surrounded by a community of entrepreneurs right now that their expertise in each area actually is something I can go and say, hey, you have an expertise in this, right? Like you're an expert in podcasting. Can I invest in you? See, remember, invest. Not pay. Can I invest in you to teach me how to do this? Or can I invest in you just to set this up all for me? Right? That alone, that mindset of willing to do something like that is how you grow your business faster. So if you want access to entrepreneurs and people and skill sets that can help you grow faster, then I'm going to invite you to a challenge we have coming up. This is a 5-day challenge for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. We call it the Freedom Challenge. And inside of this is the transformation of the entrepreneurial spirit, right? We talk about what it is to be on this entrepreneurial journey. We walk you through the steps of this 5-day journey, that at the end of this journey, at the end of these 5 days, you will have a transformation in your business. You'll have action steps. You'll know where to go and how to get there to get what you want for your business. And you'll be able to step up into that greatness that you want, right? So if you're looking to grow and you're looking to attract wealth into your life, it doesn't happen in a silo. You need to be, and I'm going to say need to because you actually do need to be surrounded and have access to a higher level of entrepreneurship. See, when I built that game, Cash Flow, that meetup, I was searching for entrepreneurs that had a like-mindedness. This Freedom Challenge is your opportunity to surround yourself with people of like-mindedness. So with that, I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Thank you for joining me here at the chef's table. And I look forward to seeing you at the next one. But I promise you that Freedom Challenge, that chefkatrina.com/freedom, getting yourself signed up for that challenge, getting access to a higher level of entrepreneurship that can bring you where you need to go is your first step in learning how to attract wealth into your life. With that, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you inside the challenge. Goodbye, everyone.